And a pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Rob Strauss, Kevin Schulz, Jake Clark here with you on Homecoming. Glad you joined us here on Channel 19. And a great game, Kevin, set up here. Great rivalry night here for Homecoming. West Deptford coming to town. This could be the year. Haven't beaten them since '05. This could be the one.
And this is a game where Sterling, even though they had a loss against Delran last week, they're feeling good about themselves. They've got Trey Potts back, and they feel like they've got everybody in their right spots. You're shifting guys who were the third-string quarterback in row back to his normal position. So even though you had the loss last week because of the injection of the personnel into the lineup, they're feeling good about their chances against a tough, maybe not the normally high-level West Deptford team, but a very tough West Deptford team all the same.
And West Deptford, they're a great opponent, especially in these rivalry Colonial Conference games. They're always going to give you a tough matchup, but Trey Potts being back is huge for the Sterling offense. Not only does he allow you to throw the ball deep, but he's such a threat in the run game. Really going to see how they utilize him here today.
West Deptford 1-3 on the season, won their first game of the year last week against Collingswood. A very interesting score, 39-2. So that's an interesting one. They've also lost to Haddonfield 27-23 in a real nail-biter that we were following pretty closely here in the booth when that was going on. Lost to Woodrow Wilson 28-7, and then the opener, they lost to Paulsboro 18-3. Sterling will see Paulsboro later on in the season.
Yeah, their losses are to three very good teams, and you hear people say they're down a little bit, but this is still going to be a tough team that's going to play hard. And the biggest thing about West Deptford and most teams that have that winning tradition is that you could be up by 2 scores. They're not thinking about that. They're looking to make the next play. They're not going to get down. You've got to play a complete game to beat this team.
Yeah, West Deptford always really putting their foot on the gas, never really want to let up against them.
Sterling has yet to score a point in the last 4 meetings against West Deptford. They've been shut out 48, 49, 34, and 30-0 dating back to September of 2018. And I'm pretty sure you're going to see some points on the board here tonight, guys.
You had a West Deptford team last year that got off to a tough start. Maybe not the start they got off to this year, but I think from a personnel standpoint, they were a much better team last year. And at the time we played them, I believe we were missing some players. So it really wasn't much of a game at all. I was talking to Rob. I said, I think we were doing trivia by the end of the first quarter. So that tells you what type of game it was last year. But to me, this year, it's a completely different scenario.
You see Jeremiah Thompson. Great to see him back on the sidelines again. And should see him tonight, maybe?
Yeah.
Take a look at Jason Morrell, the head coach for West Deptford, taking over for a long-time coach. You guys, Kevin, you know him pretty well.
Clyde Folsom.
Clyde Folsom did a great job with this program.
Outstanding. I mean, brought it from what used to be a soccer school to a football powerhouse.
So it looks like we are just about set for the national anthem. This is going to be a very, very electric atmosphere here tonight as it's homecoming. Spirit Week was this week, probably one of the earliest Spirit Weeks I think we've ever had in, as long as I think we've been here. We came in the same year, Kevin, but the pep rally was incredible. The whole week's worth of activities and the Spirit Days, which Kelly Johnson and Karen Bukowski did a phenomenal job with the rest of her crew putting together. Doing it the right way, and just had a great time bringing back Spirit Week for the first time in 2 years.
Like I said, it's always impressive to me how many kids are involved with Spirit Week. And you talk to some people who've been at other schools, they come here, and as a whole they say, it's not like that in other schools. It's something that's very unique to Sterling, and it's great to see all the kids buy into it.
And it was great participation throughout all the grades. Really, I liked how the canned food drive was a part of it, going outside of just the school to make a difference in the community for Spirit Week, I think was something that was very good.
And this was your first experience with it. Well, obviously you're a sophomore, but last year we didn't really have the same type of thing.
This was much different from the so-called Spirit Week the quote-unquote Spirit Week that we had last year. This was much different. There was a lot more participation.
Sterling has won the toss. They will receive the opening kickoff here on Homecoming 2021 as the smoke begins to clear in the far right end zone. And the captains, you'll see Trey Potts back in the lineup tonight. It's a welcome sign for Sterling. West Deptford has won 17 straight. The last time Sterling defeated West Deptford back in 05, 27-24 was the final score on that one. And West Deptford has outscored Sterling 735 to 146. That's good for a 39-8 record.
There's no other way to say it. They've been dominating us over that period of time. Rob, you talked about Trey Potts and his effect in this game. It's going to have a big-time effect on what they're able to do offensively, but I think equally as much on the defensive side of the ball.
We will pause right now for the playing of the national anthem by the Sterling Marching Band. Glad you joined us here on Sterling TV 19. Rob Strauss, Kevin Schulz, Jake Clark as the West Deptford Eagles coming to town. Beautiful fall night here for some football. The last home football game of this season for the Silver Knights. 72 degrees, light north-northwest winds, and we take a look at the standings here, Schulze. Sterling and Delran right on top there in unfamiliar territory for the West Deptford Eagles down there at 1-3.
It really is. But again, this is a West Deptford team that has a great tradition. They've had 3 losses to very good teams. So the record really isn't indicative of the type of team you're going to face tonight.
And you look at the lopsidedness of the history between these two in recent memory. And the last time Sterling defeated West Deptford back in 05, and you look at the head-to-head or the season matchups right here. A lot of touchdowns for Sterling. They're really putting points up on the board early on. But again, West Deptford schedule a little bit more difficult than Sterling's in the early on.
Absolutely. And again, we talked about it earlier. I go back to the tradition that they have. They're a team where you could get up on them by a couple scores. They're still going to be coming at you.
Yeah, and they're definitely going to compete. The record being 1-3 and Sterling being 3-1 has nothing to do. This is a rivalry game. Record doesn't mean anything. These guys are going out to play as hard as they possibly can. And I think West Deptford is really going to compete with Sterling tonight.
Brady Clark on to kickoff for the Eagles as Sterling will receive the opening kickoff, and homecoming 2021 is underway. Deep to receive inside his own 5. That's Deuce Everett. And Deuce Everett gets out to about the 25-yard line. Good return by the speedy Deuce Everett. Look at some of the stats for Sterling. Trey Potts, 12 of 22, 195 yards and a touchdown. Mekhi Morgan, whose name we've called quite a bit over the last several weeks, really impressive, 31 carries, almost 200 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Well, we see Morgan and Rowe play the quarterback position last week. Rowe starting off, third-string quarterback. But this week, you've got obviously Potts at the quarterback position and Rowe at his normal running back position.
Trey Potts on first down from the shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side. Hands it off up the middle. Short gain of about 2 or 3 to Deuce Everett. It'll be second down and 7.
Well, the nice thing about this Sterling game, as you saw the run up the middle right there to Deuce Everett, is there's a lot of different weapons and they feature a lot of different looks. So this West Deptford team really has to stay at home and can't overplay any play to either side.
Yeah, and they got a lot of guys that can carry the ball. Trey Potts, Deuce Everett, Nemo Mayhew Butler, and Jameer Rowe and Mekhi Morgan can all carry the ball and break away for big plays.
Some confusion on this offensive set as Trey Potts setting up everybody offensively for the Silver Knights on 2nd down and 7. Everett again trying to get around the edge, being pursued. No gain, maybe got a yard off that left side, and it looked like a busted play from the start.
Well, yeah, and it could have been even worse had Trey Potts not laid a block on that outside linebacker that came in untouched, or Everett probably would have been tackled for a loss.
Yeah, Jamar Jones comes basically unblocked by the offensive line. Good job by Trey Potts recognizing it, getting a block, and helping his guy get back to the line of scrimmage.
Everett gains about a 2. It's going to be a 3rd and a long 5. High snap. Potts is going to keep it himself. He's got the first down and more out to the 40-yard line. He needed 5. He picked up 10.
And I'll go back to that play that Potts made, where you would have had probably about a 3rd and 9 as opposed to a manageable 3rd and 6, and Potts is able to make the first down.
Yeah, that's a good play call. Good job getting a guy in motion, confusing the West Deptford defense, and Trey Potts keeps and picks up the first down.
Welcome sight having him back in the lineup for Sterling.
In that first game is how comfortable he is making that read. A lot of people tell you need a year under your belt to be able to make the different reads. And on that previous play when he got the first down, just a great job of Potts being relaxed, looking ahead, and knowing exactly what to do from a decision-making standpoint.
2 wide receivers to the near side on 2nd down and 7. Everett going to get the carry. He's going to lose a yard, maybe 2, as West Deptford defense all over that one. Jabril Barksdale, one of the first in for the Eagles.
Yeah, and that's the thing about West Deptford. They are going to come and compete in this game. Their defense is going to come and hit hard on Sterling. They are not here as a 1-3 team. They are playing this game like they're 0-0.
3rd down and 8. Again, Potts, 3 receivers to near side. Going to keep it himself again. This time he's not going to get there. He might have even lost a yard. Good job by the West Deptford defense, and that's going to force a Sterling punt.
And you talk about great, this is the result of great preparation. You could see they came in there and they were told, hey, if he gets out in the open field, we've got to get bodies to him. Not only did they get to him, but you see them break down. They put themselves in position where they were going to go for a head fake by Potts and were able to close in on him and make the play.
Jacoby Williams and Tyrone Oden back deep to receive for the Eagles. Fair catch called for and made by Williams, and it'll be West Deptford ball 1st and 10 from their own 32. Take a look at some of the West Deptford stats. Deontay Ruffin's going to be their quarterback, 12 of 21, 132 yards, a touchdown and a pick. But it's the rushing game of Jones and Williams that's going to be probably the primary focus for Sterling defensively here tonight.
And it's going to be a battle up front. And, you saw West Deptford at times in that last series defensively gain penetration, make plays. And I think that's what Sterling is going to have to do to stop this West Deptford team.
Yeah, both teams like to run the ball a lot. It's going to be a battle in the trenches.
Ruffin hands it off near side to Apong. And Apong is tackled by Potts for a short gain of about 3.
Well, you see Potts' impact already from safety position coming up as a run stopper, and that's where he's really going to help out in this game, something I don't know that they had to that extent in the previous game.
Well, that's a great tackle by Trey Potts, because if he misses, that play breaks big, maybe even to the house.
2nd down and 7, just outside the 35-yard line for Ruffin and the Eagles. They put a man in motion going to the far side. Hand it off up the middle. Sterling defense all over it. And no gain on the play. Losing the helmet was Jamar Jones. And it looks like he's going to have to go off. Or is that yep, he's going to go off.
Well, that's just a great job. Left side of defensive line, right side offensive line, getting their hands up on the offensive line and getting them under control and actually making a play. And if you can continue to do it, not even make the tackle, but allow room for the linebackers to flow, it's really going to go a long way in stopping.
And a good job not getting fooled on the fake handoff option there.
3rd down, Ruffin back to pass, being pressured. He's got some room, and he's going to keep it himself and just barely get back to the line of scrimmage. The Sterling defense forces a 3 and out and a West Deptford punt en route.
Well, just a good job all around. First in coverage. Obviously, he rolled out, was looking, still holding that hope that he could pass it. But, again, getting bodies to the outside, that's going to be the key defensively.
Yeah, and a good job. The West Deptford offense has really looked for a lot of these more different-looking fake runs, fake option plays. Good job by Sterling not getting fooled, reading the rollout, and forcing him to a minimal gain.
Brady Clark on to punt. Sterling going to maybe bring the pressure here, and they back off. Clark gets it away. Beautiful punt by Brady Clark, calling for a fair catch, and making it inside the 25 is Jameer Rowe.
Fair catch made by Rowe.
And you can order a DVD of your favorite Sterling Channel 19 event, $20 per event and $3 for mailing. Please include the name of the event, and you can email tv19@sterling.k12.nj.us or the number on your screen.
I feel like right now we're in a little bit of a feeling out process offensively. You almost had both teams have the same type of drives. The defense has made stops. It'll be interesting to see which team can get into some type of an offensive rhythm first.
Yeah, and especially for Sterling, Trey Potts just thrown right back into the offense. Going to take some time for them to click.
Potts from the shotgun. Hands it off to Everett, trying to break the near side. Cannot, only out to the 20-yard line. Loss of 2 on the play, second down and 12.
Second down and 11 at the 20.
And I think the thing you're seeing, obviously Sterling's doing a lot of running, but they're eventually going to get themselves to the point where they're setting up the pass. And if you see some of those defenders coming up from the safety positions, run stoppers, bite up, that's where Sterling can beat you with the big play in the air.
Nice job by Will Bilodeau on that left side defensively for the Eagles. Second down, and we'll call it 11. Potts going to keep it himself off the left side, gets a positive yardage out to the 30-yard line, a little bit more manageable, 3rd and 2 on the way.
And that's a good job of just getting the ball into your hands of your playmakers, especially after a negative play right there. Trey Potts really electric when he can get into the open field. See him with the read option. Quick up the middle of the field. Good job getting positive yards. Manageable 3rd and 2.
You got 2 tricky and very shifty backs in there with Trey Potts, Deuce Everett, and Mekhi Morgan. We haven't even mentioned yet. Potts looking to pass, in trouble, going to cut back to the near side, and eludes one tackle, almost goes down, and he's just going to get out to the 30. I thought for a moment he was going to get over that left side, Kevin, and he was one tackle away from really breaking that thing wide open.
He was, and give credit to West Deptford. I mean, initially in this play, they had outstanding upfield pressure defensively, right in Trey Potts' face, cut it back. Just a great individual effort. And like you said, Rob, was one tackle away from possibly breaking that one.
Well, that's a good job of West Deptford readjusting from going to the right side of the field to the left side of the field. Really quick adjustment, finding where Trey Potts, the ball carrier, is and making the stop.
Herbert on to punt for Sterling. Takes a bounce at the 42. And it will stop at about inside the 35. Welcome back to the broadcast booth. Rob Strauss, Kevin Schulz, Jake Clark on homecoming. And I think you made a really good point there earlier, Kevin, about this kind of feeling out period between both of these teams. We're about 4.5 minutes left to go here in the first, and really no offensive flow at all.
No. And I think, if you look at both teams, Sterling is the one team that, from what they've been able to do this year, probably has the best chance of eventually going to an aerial game. And we always say the run's going to set that up. So I know right now, I'm sure the coaches are watching who bites from the safety position and how they can attack those areas through the air.
Ruffin to pass on first down. Pass is complete to Williams. Williams down the far sideline. Nobody's going to catch him. And West Deptford goes 60 yards to open the scoring. It's 6-0 West Deptford.
The 60-yard touchdown pass completed by Ruffin.
This is a good job right here. Just looks like a little bit of a miscommunication on Sterling's end defensively. Leaves number 27, Jacoby Williams, wide open, and he's got some speed, really showed it there. took it all the way to the house for 6.
Well, Williams looked like he came underneath the coverage. You said it right, Jacob. They just lost track of him. By the time they got to him, kid with his speed, once he got the ball and squared the shoulders up, he was gone.
No good on the 2-point conversion. So it'll be 6-0. West Deptford early on here in the first.
You're going to take a look right there. Great speed down the side of the field. Does a great job of just running an open space, and it didn't even look like anybody from Sterling was going to be able to catch him. Great job of just turning on the Jets, taking it in for the score.
Yeah, and you're seeing where a play fake drew the entire defense to the other side of the field, and that just can't happen. You know, you look at the difference between two teams, and obviously we're talking about a pass and a run. On the run where Trey Potts went to the right side, they had it covered, they had everybody over there, but they also had backside help. Sterling here, again, through the fake, went to one side of the field. You take 1 or 2 steps that way, you're done, especially with a kid at that type of speed.
Plenty of space there for Jacoby Williams. Had a little help, too, along the way with Justin Apong in front of him. And that's just a blown coverage by Sterling there defensively.
And now you got to see how Sterling responds. Down 6-0. They got to figure out something offensively. Whatever they're doing is not working. West Deptford has been reading them like a book all game. They got to change something.
No pass attempts yet for Sterling. Wonder if we'll see one on this drive. Got the kickoff. Back deep inside the 5. Here comes Jameer Rowe. Rowe across the 25. Ball came out. West Deptford saying they have it. And they're going to say he was down. Man, that would have been disastrous for Sterling. But the far side official pointed to the ground almost immediately.
Yeah, that's a crisis averted right there. Can't be turning the ball over on kickoffs.
See if the ball came out. See if we get a good look at it here. On the return by Jameer Rowe. That's
Looked like it could have been one of those helmet to ball hits.
happened on the far side, and the official on the far side had the best look at it, made the call almost immediately. Sterling down 6-0, going to split their wide receivers, put Deuce Everett in motion, and Potts is going to keep it himself and gain about 5 as he pushes the pile forward, 2nd down and 5.
That's the second time they've ran that fake wide receiver jet sweep. Trey Potts keeps it, runs it up the middle, and it seems to be working right here. You're getting the ball in the hands of your playmakers, and it confuses West Deptford's defense. Don't be surprised if we see that play call a few more times.
And if you can get that to the next level, because that man in motion on the fake jet sweep takes somebody, a defensive back, out of the play, you get to that second level, you come up with a big play.
Potts, first pass of the day goes to Rowe. Rowe hit from behind and gets a first down. Pickup of about 8 or 9, and it will be a first down for Sterling, their second of the game.
And we talked about them gradually getting their passing game going. This is a great way to do it. A simple play, easy play to just get yourself into a rhythm. You get the first down. It's all about gradually building up confidence.
Well, we've talked about getting the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Jameer Rowe, one of your better playmakers on this offense. Quick, easy way to get him the ball in space with blocks ahead of him to go pick up a first down.
On first down, Deuce Everett spun around, and he's going to be spun backwards. What a play in the backfield. Ramir Vaughn was the second man in who finished him off, and it'll be a loss on the play of about 3 or 4.
Yeah, he went in there untouched. It looked like they had they wanted to get him to the other side, but that was a play that just took too long to develop right there. And when you get a West Deptford defensive line that gains penetration, it makes it difficult to get anything going in that type of play.
Yeah, and again, they're playing this game like they're 0-0. Really, the record is not showing right now.
Potts back to pass, has a man complete in Jameer Rowe. Rowe's got some space, and he's got some speed down that far sideline. Spun around, out of bounds inside the 30 at the 29.
And again, just getting the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Good little quick route to Jameer Rowe, and he takes it up the sideline. He's got blazing speed down that left sideline. Really good job, good play call, getting the ball in your hands of Jameer Rowe.
Sterling quick to the line on 1st and 10, first time inside of West Deptford Eagle territory. And they're going to hand it off to Makai Morgan. And Morgan, forward progress stopped. We'll take one more look at the pass play.
There you see the quick out there to Jameer Rowe. And the key there was how quick that happened. Two-step drop, get rid of it, get it to Jameer Rowe, but get it to him when he has space out there. And he can do the rest with squaring his shoulders up and getting upfield.
2 minutes remaining here in this opening quarter. 6-0 West Deptford. Up the middle again, Makai Morgan inside the red zone down to the 19.
That was a good job there, bouncing off the first initial tackle. You'll see right here, bounces off the first initial tackle and continues to fight for yards. See, bounces off the tackle, hard running down the middle. Good job fighting for extra yards by Makai Morgan.
And once you get that passing game going, that's going to have those defensive backs step back a little bit. They're not as quick to come up and commit and be that extra linebacker, and that's just a case of the passing game working well, working hand in hand with the running game.
Again, Potts from the shotgun, 80 seconds left to go in the first. Quick out, they're going to go to Rowe. Rowe up the far sideline, inside the 20, or excuse me, inside the 10. And it'll be 1st and goal for Sterling.
Well, West Deptford traditionally has been known as a team that can tackle in the open field, but I don't know that they're used to going against a strong team with a kid like Jameer Rowe.
1st and goal from the 8. They go to Morgan, and Morgan going to get to about the 5. Let's see where they spot it.
And up the middle. The 2nd goal.
Quick huddle, or quick snap rather. Morgan again, and he is close to the goal line. Needed 4, got about 3. So we 3rd down and goal from just about the 1-yard line. Hurry up offense on the way for Sterling. Potts from the shotgun. Potts going to keep it himself. Plenty of room in the end zone. Touchdown, Sterling.
Well, this is just Potts doing what he does best. Just going to the outside, making one man miss, and just winning that race to the edge right there. But a real good drive for Sterling, showing the pass and really making use of the different weapons and spreading out the field, spreading out that West Deptford defense.
Yeah, good job of having the run game set up the pass, having those West Deptford defenders bite up forward, get that pass game going for big yardage.
The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And that gives Sterling 7-6 lead with just 26.8 remaining here in the first.
And we'll take another look at this read option right to the outside. Trey Potts, good job cutting the corner, getting to the end zone. Only 1 yard, but still, with all the defenders stacked on top of the line, difficult to do. Good job by Trey Potts.
Potts just has great instincts. Obviously, that was a just design play to go to the outside, but you always feel confident when you have a kid like Trey Potts with the ball in his hand. And you know, when you, and as we look at the play right here, the thing about West Deptford that I always gauge when I'm looking at a team is body language and how they respond. And the thing that's impressive to me is how Sterling responded after that big play by West Deptford. You know, a lot of times you see teams just cash it in at that point, but they responded, not even with a big play, but I think it's even better that they responded with them getting into that offensive rhythm. Looks like they're doing a, boy, I've never seen this. This is, I'm sure they're going to, would have to think they're going to break out of this.
This is the most interesting thing I think I've ever seen on the kickoff. The anticipation is killing me.
Yep, there's the breakout.
Don't see that every day.
High and over end. Taken at about the 17-yard line. West Deptford with some room and taken out to the 38-yard line. Good return by Justin Apong, the 5'10 senior halfback defensive back. What's the
I don't know.
logic
I've never
behind
seen this before, but sometimes you'll see different variations of that, but never one where they lined up so deep and made basically like a column for the kicker, and then obviously went up to the line. But maybe in the future they could do an offside kick or an onside kick off of that formation. Not sure. That was very unique. I'd never seen that before.
First and 10 for the Eagles. They trail by 1. 20 seconds remaining in the first. They hand it off. First carry of the day for Jamar Jones. Short gain there for Jones. Gain of 2. Second down and 8. For all intent and purposes, that will be the final play of the first quarter. And it will be. Sterling, thanks to a 1-yard touchdown run by Trey Potts. Extra point is good. They lead this one 7-6 after 1. We're back with second quarter action right after this.
We all have places to go, people to see, and things to do. But while on the move, it pays to be street smart. Somerdale is home to several heavily traveled streets, busy intersections, and bustling shopping centers. When crossing the street, don't take the risk. Always use crosswalks and look for the walk signs. When driving, be aware of pedestrians and always stop for people while in a crosswalk. It's the law. Please pay special consideration when children are present, as well as when our students are traveling to and from school, as many of them commute on foot every day. For all of us, while walking, biking, or driving, please pay attention and put down the phone. In the time it takes to look at your phone, accidents do happen. Let's be safe and recognize our surroundings, as well as our fellow.
Back to live action here. First play of the second quarter. Sterling going to pick up a sack to start off the second quarter. Getting in there was the Sterling defense doing a great job. And a big loss on the opening play of the second quarter.
Yeah, it looked like Shipley and Toussaint getting in there, shooting a gap, and really putting pressure on the quarterback. And he had no shot right there. But them calling that play tells you West Deptford's going to definitely go with a little more of an aerial attack.
Yeah, I think it shows you. I think it shows you that they want to mix in that pass. The run game only. The passing game is what scored them their first touchdown.
As this is going to be everybody moving in the backfield on this one as Ruffin. I wonder if the crowd had anything to do. Late arriving student section here. And now the defense urging the crowd on.
That type of penalty is very uncharacteristic of West Deptford. Matter of fact, a lot of times against the West Deptford team, they're the type of penalties in the past you would see Sterling have, the difficulty they would have in trying to get a head start. They're having their hands full with this Sterling defensive line.
Yeah, usually a very well-disciplined West Deptford team. Don't see many silly mistakes like that from them.
3rd and 21. Have to get to nearly midfield. Ruffin being pressured. Escapes the pressure, going to keep it himself. He's not going to get the first down. Only out to the 35-yard line, and a punt situation for the Eagles on 4th and 14.
Fantastic pressure from Sterling right here. You see multiple guys, even guys from the second level, linebackers like Mike David, up there, forcing him to run, and then a good job by the reserves in the secondary to make the stop.
And you had that opening in the middle to get upfield for about 8 yards, mainly because they didn't have somebody there because they had an extra man in coverage. They wanted to really make sure they had everything taken care of in the secondary.
West Deptford to punt. Good snap, plenty of time for the punt, and it is a booming punt into the night. And taken with the fair catch by Jameer Rowe.
And you can follow us on Twitter at SterlingTV19. Stay updated with all of the things we're doing here with the tech crew. Just be sure to, if you got Twitter, follow us. The label is right there on your screen at SterlingTV19.
Just a shade under 10 minutes remaining here in the half. 7-6 Sterling. Good response, as you mentioned earlier, Jake, about Sterling after that 60-yard touchdown pass to Jacoby Williams. But the two-point conversion failed. So circle that one as we get deeper and deeper into this contest. Whistle right away. And timeout. Timeout Sterling. And while we have a chance, let's meet this year's 2021 Sterling football team.
Graduating class of 1965. The non-opinion for the very famous birthdays back in 1965. The Pillsbury Doughboys.
Sophomore, left tackle, New Jersey. Richard Toussaint, junior, defensive end, offensive tackle, Hand Township, New Jersey.
Jeremiah Thompson, senior, quarterback, Blackwood, New Jersey.
What's good? My name is Tayshawn Powell. I'm a junior. I play everything, really, and I'm from Somerville, New Jersey.
Michael David, senior, holder, Stratford, New Jersey.
Santino Savarese, junior, tight end, Sickleville, New Jersey.
My name is Samak Bessie. I'm a junior, outside linebacker. I'm from Somerville.
Jameer Richardson, senior, defensive end, Magnolia, New Jersey.
Jeremiah Davis, senior, D-line.
Out of the timeout, running play off to the far side. Short gain on the play. Did the ball come out? Nope, they just tackled him down. I saw a lot of people scrambling there. Gain of 3.
Second down and 7 at the 25-yard line.
Good job. They're making adjustments on the defensive end.
On this wide side, you see Christian Valeriano. At some point, he's going to be a factor in this game.
Second down and 7. Ball goes over the head. Here comes Potts. Potts looking. He has Valeriano. Jump ball is incomplete. How about the presence of mind for Trey Potts to even unload that ball that far?
Well, I go back to, you have a kid who's a veteran with having the ball in his hands and a veteran at taking care of plays that break down, and just did a great job of saving that play right there.
Yeah, especially with everything going wrong from the start. Bad snap. Multiple guys in his face, just throws it up. He's got trust in Christian Valeriano on that left side to catch a jump ball, but if his guy was, he was throwing it to where his guy could get it and nobody could got it, and nobody got it.
Brings up a 3rd down and 7. Potts pumps once, has Valeriano, and it's incomplete. The pump fake gave Tyrone Oden an opportunity to get in on the coverage as Valeriano was wide open, and Oden was right there.
Yeah, you could see Oden initially thought Valeriano was going to go have a go route. He stopped, was open, but like you said, the little pump allowed the defender to come up and ultimately make the play.
And a good adjustment from this West Deptford defense at the start of the second quarter. You know, the one play that really stood out to me for them making the adjustment was the fake with the motion. They weren't fooled that time. They're making adjustments.
Oden and Williams back deep to receive, and just able to get the punt away is Dylan Herbert. It's going to drop and stop right at midfield. West Deptford, excellent field position with 9:06 remaining here in the second.
Sterling Channel 19 YouTube. You can tune in to all the live events we have on YouTube. YouTube.com/Sterling Channel 19. Got a lot of good stuff on there. Check it out.
The class of 1965 is in the house tonight, as it is homecoming week. And got a lot of really fun facts from the class of 1965. We'll get to those in just a few minutes. First down carry for West Deptford into Sterling territory at about the 45.
Second down
Second down and 5, so good carry there on first down by Jamar Jones.
Yeah, good carry there to just establish the presence. Good job getting 5 yards on first down, really setting the tempo, getting ready to move the chains here on a manageable 2nd and 5.
Ruffin under center, 2-back split. They hand it to Apong. Apong off the left side, near a first down. Could be about a half a yard or even a full yard shy. It'd be 3rd down and short.
Well, we've seen them go to the air, and hey, if they're getting this type of yardage going off tackle, they're going to stick with this. But at some point, I think if they ever get back in a situation where they have to go to the air with this aggressive pass rush of Sterling, don't be surprised if you see a screen by West Deptford at some point along the way.
Yeah, maybe try and fool Sterling with a little bit of screen, have the line roll out, aggressive pass rush towards the quarterback, break big.
3rd down and short. Looked like West Deptford may have jumped early there. It looks like they got the first down as the dive across for Alex Swetansky, the 6', 200-pound junior, just got enough for the first down.
Good job.
Ran over Sterling defender
good job
there.
Just lowering the shoulder, being physical in the 3rd and short yardage, doing everything he can to pick up the first down, and he was successful.
Sterling had real good penetration there, but again, that's what they teach backs. Once you take on initial contact, don't lean, take it on with those legs moving, and that's ultimately what ended up getting them the first down.
Timeout West Deptford, 7:29 remaining. And each team has used a timeout here, 2 remaining for each. As we welcome you back into the broadcast booth, Rob Strauss, Kevin Schulz, and Jake Clark. And guys, I'm not sure if we anticipated a 7-6 game, but we'll take it being up by 1 against this team that we haven't beaten since 05.
Yeah, this game's really going back and forth, but I think when you look at it, Sterling really needs to come up with a play defensively right now. Something they've done a lot to this point. Maybe not last week, but in 3 games they won. The defense has come up with some key plays, and they're going to need to do that right now because you're starting to see West Deptford get into that offensive rhythm where they can just keep churning out first downs.
Yeah, momentum is certainly going towards West Deptford's way right now. Sterling needs a good defensive set right here, good plays for losses or incompletions to force like a 3rd and long in which the student section can get up, boost the morale for the defense.
Good point, Jacob. I mean, getting this crowd into the game is something Sterling really has not done yet, and they're going to have to at some point during the game.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. They hand it to Swetansky. Swetansky dives across the 35, and he picks up 5.
This is good play calling right here by West Deptford. They have a man in motion, number 27, Jacoby Williams goes towards the outside. I think that bites a few Sterling defenders over that way, creates a big hole for number 6, Alex Swetansky.
Swetansky checks out of the game here on 2nd down and 5 from the Sterling 35. Under 7 minutes remaining in the half. West Deptford trailing by 1. Little reverse, and it works. Jacoby Williams, penalty marker comes in late. And this is going to be against West Deptford. And it looks like it's going to be on Jamar Jones, and it is. Happened well behind the play. That's a holding call you didn't even need there.
And that's a play where you can't get caught up looking in the backfield. You're going to go for the backs and get caught up in the reverse. You've got to read what's in front of you and go to the hole where the linemen are going. You see that left guard and it looked like left tackle pulled. They're going to take you to where that play is ultimately going to go.
Yeah, and again, we don't really see West Deptford with these just unforced mistakes, these penalties. We saw one earlier in the first quarter on a 3rd and long, jumped on the offensive line, moved it back even more, and then another unforced error. That's a momentum killer, especially when you have something going for you.
That takes West Deptford back to where they started this drive, just on the other side of the 50. 2nd down and long for the Eagles as they move left to right here in the 2nd quarter. They go to Apong. Apong trying to go off the left side. Penalty marker thrown. He only gains maybe a yard at best, but let's take a look at the penalty. If this is against West Deptford, they are moving in the wrong direction, or the right direction, depending on which team you're cheering for. Another penalty against the
It
helmet
looked
to
like
helmet.
an illegal block. Not sure. Well, what a great individual effort there by Khalid Hines, taking on the blocker and making the tackle.
Trying to figure out where that penalty is. Either way, 6:35 remaining. They have to get to the 30-yard line for a first down. They are at their own 35.
And that's the type of play that they ran a couple years ago. I don't know if you remember Kenny Lynn. He'd go lateral, not too fast, but just look for that seam. It never happened because Sterling had so many bodies coming over, and then Hines individually made a great play.
Yeah, and West Deptford right now just trying to mix it up.
Back to pass is Ruffin. Looking across the middle, throws a beautiful ball, has a man, and it just misses the outstretched arms of Lawrence Howard. He had the man beat on the coverage. What a beautiful ball by Deontay Ruffin.
Well, that's what's going to happen when you have successive plays where you're running the ball. Defense bites up a little bit, but West Deptford, again, not primarily a passing team, is not afraid to go up top, and Sterling almost paid for it right there.
Well, and there's pressure in the face of the quarterback, and he still delivers a beautiful throw just out of the reach of his man downfield. And now it's 3rd and forever. Really got to be looking for the pass here for Sterling.
Ruffin from the shotgun. Looks right, throws right, has a man complete, and Dan Marafa still on his feet, and he's going to be well short of the first down. Out to the 43-yard line, but the penalty's absolutely killing the Eagles here on that drive.
Yeah, penalties were definitely killers, but you look right there, good job by Deuce Everett getting initial contact, letting other reserves come in, go for that gang tackling that we've talked about a lot of the Sterling defense.
And in this situation, obviously, they give up that play. That's an easy one, but
Can't let it break big. Can't miss tackles right there.
Penalties just killed them.
They started that drive on the 50-yard line, and they're now punting the ball from their own 41. Beautiful punt again. Fair catch called for and made inside the 10 by Jameer Rowe.
Fair catch by Rowe at the 10-yard line. That first lead will begin this
And more social medias. You can check out Sterling TV 19 on Instagram. Follow all the fun things that we're doing with this football team and all of our other fall sports around the castle. Check it out, Sterling TV 19 on Instagram.
Fall Sports doing a great job. Boys and girls soccer undefeated so far. Girls soccer wins today 6-0 against Gateway. Alexis Hatfield with the shutout. So congratulations to Coach Marley's, Coach K.
A lot of great things happening in fall sports. And the tennis team coming up with a big first-round win.
Yeah, the girls
being
played.
modest here?
I am a little bit. Congratulations to the girls tennis team on their
Why's he
first
getting
round.
all red?
I don't know. I'm proud of those girls. They played well. Went down to Oakcrest yesterday, defeated the number 6 seed, very, very well coached, and a lot of really good players down there in Oakcrest. But Sterling, the girls tennis, going to move on to the second round, and they will face Lower Cape May on Tuesday. Timeout Sterling with 5:20 remaining. They're second. So good luck to the girls tennis team as they travel down to Lower Cape May. We've been there many a time. That is a drive and a half.
Oh, yeah.
Been there for girls basketball. As we take a look at the Sterling football schedule for the remainder, this is, as we said in the open, the final home game, barring playoffs, for the 2021 season. And Sterling going to be on a bus for the remainder of the season at Lindenwold next Friday night, at Haddonfield the following Friday, and then at Willingboro. So not an easy road here for Sterling over the next, let's say, month of October.
Not at all, but you have to feel like if they have all their personnel against, obviously Lindenwold should be a win. You don't want to look past anybody at all, but when you get to the Haddonfields and the Willingboros, you just want to be injury-free, and you feel like if you got your personnel, you can really stay with those teams.
Yeah, but on the road, going to be difficult. Really got to bring your A game against those teams, especially in those environments.
First and 10 for Sterling. 5:20 remaining in the half. They have the slimmest lead at 7-6. Pitcher's duel, as you would. Potts hit hard. Good hit by Switansky. Met him pretty much right at the line of scrimmage for a short gain of about 1.5 or 2.
You see Potts here go to the left side. Guys, and one thing I want to mention is, as you look at West Deptford, and we'll talk about it, it looks like they're going for the quick huddle here, or no huddle, going to the line of scrimmage.
Under 5 to play, second down and 8 ball at the 12. Potts looking to pass, going to keep it himself. He's surrounded and he goes down. A little read option, and the hole closed quickly. Credit to the West Deptford defense on collapsing on Trey Potts.
That was a great job by West Deptford. Nowhere to throw in the screen. He's got to keep it, and then he's just surrounded by guys in white from West Deptford. Really good job all around of just making sure no play broke big.
Loss of 2 on the play brings up third down and 10, 4.25 minutes remaining in the half. Potts hands it off, and picking up about 7 yards is Nemo Butler Mayhew, so it's going to be fourth down and we'll call it 2, but it's a long 2. And the punt team comes out under 4 to play.
Yeah, gave themselves a little bit of breathing room, but West Deptford again is going to get the ball with great field position, most likely.
And they had a good drive going until the penalties killed them. They had a little bit of momentum. I don't know that you want to play the field position game with this West Deptford team.
Fair catch called for and made by Jacoby Williams inside Sterling territory at the 48, just about where they started that last drive.
And you can find us on Facebook, Sterling Channel 19. Again, posting all of our stuff on all of our social medias. Whatever social media you have, you should check us out. This one, Facebook, Sterling Channel 19.
We mentioned that the class of 1965 is in the house. And back in 1965, Sterling actually opened with West Deptford, and they lost to West Deptford 7-0. Wow. One of their 2 losses in that season. They finished with a 7-2 record, and second in the Olympic Conference back before they were in the Colonial. First play is a pitch to Jamar Jones, and Jamar Jones tripped up right at the line for a gain of 1.
Yeah, we talked about their ability to handle the outside play on the previous time when West Deptford had the ball. They had that play go to the outside, and there was a penalty to negate it, but you saw Sterling get a lot of bodies out there, negate the cutback. They do it again. They're really getting a lot of people out there, making it difficult for these backs to get upfield.
And you saw Trey Potts. You could see him read that play right from the jump, read it from the pitch. He was right there. He was the one that made the stop. Good job reading it from that safety spot and coming up, helping with the run support.
Second down and 9. One receiver to the near side. They put the man in motion in a pong. And it's going to be a loss on the play. All right, check that. Fooled everybody on that one, including me. They went to Jamar Jones. And a gain of about 6. It'll be third down and 3 or 4.
West Deptford obviously hurting things up. Look for them to try and exploit this wide side of the field.
And Jamar Jones, you can see down right there, took a pretty hard hit to the legs. You can see him holding the knee there. Not a great sign for West Deptford.
You see him right over there on the left side, top left part of your screen, right at the 50, getting some attention. Third down and 4 for West Deptford. Looking to pass is Ruffin. Going to keep it himself. He's across the 40. He has the first down, and he's out to the Sterling 35. Potts in there on the tackle, but they'll move the chains with under 2 minutes to play here in the half.
Well, they had the motion man originally go to the left side, came over, stopped. He was your extra blocker. But to me, that play shows how much confidence they have in Ruffin. Only a freshman. And he's already done some nice things that make me think he's just going to be an outstanding quarterback moving forward and has a bright future.
You saw how far he threw the ball in that second down and long situation. And he's only a freshman. Ruffin standing 6'2", 210 as a freshman. Everybody moves in the backfield again for West Deptford. Something we're not used to seeing from this West Deptford team. They're going to go backwards 5 yards,
And
at
these-
least first and 15.
These self-inflicted wounds right here are the reason why West Deptford is down by 1. Again, another good drive. They had started at around the 50-yard line, moved all the way back to close to the 30, 40-yard line. Just because of penalties, they really need to do a good job of just being disciplined. I think that's going to be a main point of emphasis in the halftime talk with the coach.
Yep. First down and 15. 1:12 and counting remaining. They hand it off to a Pong, and a Pong goes really nowhere. Clock continues to run. West Deptford, 2 timeouts as we are under 60 seconds remaining here in the half.
Yeah, you see the strong defense as they go off to the left side. Again, get a lot of bodies there.
West Deptford calls timeout. 55.2 remaining. As we mentioned earlier, it is homecoming, so stay tuned at halftime for the crowning of the homecoming queen. You'll meet the entire court, and then the homecoming queen will be crowned. As we mentioned, we had the class of 65 in the house. There's your look at the 7-2 1965 Sterling Silver Knights. They averaged 21 a game. They only allowed 8 per game. They had 4 defensive shutouts that year. Really, really impressive on that 9-game schedule. John Hardy was their feature back, named to the South Jersey All Group 2 team, and he accounted for 40% of Sterling's offense that year. Really, really impressive running back. And then you see your co-captains John Hardy and Steve Campbell, and they were coached by Frank Urban. So welcome back to class of 1965. Ruffin from the shotgun after the timeout, and penalty markers again, and that's going to be against West Deptford's second and 22 on the way. Undisciplined here by West Deptford. Is really, really killing whatever, like you said, Jake, any momentum that they had offensively.
And guys, I think, right now, this is a field position game. And obviously West Deptford has had the advantage. And I think it's primarily due to the job Brady Clark, the punter, and what he brings to the table. And that's ultimately why you're looking at West Deptford 2 series in a row getting the ball at the 50-yard line or closer.
Yeah, especially in a field position game. He's done a fantastic job pinning Sterling deep.
West Deptford has to get to the Sterling 25 for a first down. Crowd starting to get into it. Ruffin back to pass. Going to keep it himself on a designed run. Cross the 40, cross the 35, still on his feet at the 25. Ball comes out, and who has it? Sterling appears to have jumped on it, and they have. Ruffin battling for the extra yardage, coughs it up, and Sterling comes up with the ball at their own 35.
And this is not a bad play call right here. I really like the design run. Good job. And his own teammate knocks the ball out. Again, another just self-inflicted wound from West Deptford. And now you're giving Sterling the ball back. 43 seconds left on the clock and 1 timeout. Going to see if they're going to be able to do any damage here.
That was Will Bilodeau, the junior tight end, that bumped into Deontay Ruffin and jarred the ball loose.
And again, a really nice play call, just another self-inflicted wound. That's got to be a killer for West Deptford right there.
So now Sterling, with 43 seconds left, an opportunity to put some more points on the board. Potts keeps it and gets no gain on the play. Clock continues to run here. Sterling, 1 timeout remaining. Valeriano lines up on the near side. And now they put Jameer Rowe in the slot. Under 20 seconds remaining, 2nd down and 10. Potts. Empty backfield, goes across the middle, and it's incomplete. No penalty marker thrown as they're looking for Valeriano. Tyrone Oden on the coverage. 3rd down, 10 seconds to go.
You look at the offensive line here. Good job giving him enough time to get that ball downfield. Really clear pocket. He just misses his man right there. Good coverage in the secondary from West Deptford.
A lot of times people say, why don't you take a knee in this situation? But I think they've got a lot of confidence in Trey Potts, his ability to handle the ball. And if anything breaks down, he can do the safe thing. And you can see they're going to Christian Valeriano up top. And don't think that that's the last time that that'll happen.
3rd down and 10 with as many seconds remaining in the half. They run it up the middle. They go to Deuce Everett. He gets the first down, and the clock will stop momentarily with 2.7 remaining. I'll check that they went with Nemo Butler-Mayhew, excuse me. And Sterling going to take their final timeout and going to probably have their final play, barring a defensive penalty of the first half.
And I really like this play call here. You know West Deptford's playing back, trying not to get beat deep. You just take what they're giving you, good run up the middle, have your timeout, take a stop, think over what you're going to do for the final play of the half.
Give yourself a shot, and maybe not even go into the end zone, but you could flood everybody deep, go to the end zone, then have somebody come underneath, because we talked about some of these playmakers that Sterling have and their ability to make the run after the catch.
Don't forget to stay tuned. Homecoming is coming up shortly. After this final 2.7 seconds, you're going to meet the entire homecoming court, and then you will find out who the 2021 homecoming queen is. Fun fact, speaking of 1965 trivia, Marianne Kerr was the first ever homecoming queen crowned in 1965. She also won Best Looking in the Who's Who. A little history for you. 1st and 10. Last play of the quarter. Potts from the shotgun, being pressured now, spinning around, coming to the near side, looking to throw. He does, and it is incomplete. And that's how the half will end. Sterling hanging on to a 7-6 lead thanks to a 1-yard touchdown run by Trey Potts. Take one more look at it here before we head to the half. Looking for Valeriano, and now we just flew on out of bounds, and we stay at 7-6. Again, stay tuned. Homecoming coming up shortly. It's 7-6 Sterling at the half. We'll be back with homecoming and second half action right after this.
What's up? I'm DJ Wagner, and I play for Camden High. I got vaccinated against COVID-19 so I could protect my teammates, coaches, family, and friends.
I got my shot because I know the truth. The vaccine works and saves lives.
With the Delta variant spreading, we need you to get off the bench and get in the game.
No excuses.
The vaccine is the best way we can protect our community.
This is your shot.
This is your shot.
Make it count.
For a list of free vaccination locations, visit CamdenCounty.com/vaccine.
Welcome our 2020 homecoming queen, Elizabeth Ramos Ochoa, escorted by Commander Humphreys to the field as we prepare to crown our new homecoming queen. Our first young lady is Erin Carroll. She is escorted by her mother, Lori Carroll. Erin is a member of the Sterling varsity girls soccer team, the Spanish club Believe in You, the manager of the wrestling team, and the vice president of National Honor Society. After graduation, Erin hopes to attend Westchester University to major in communications and minor in Spanish and American Sign Language. Her best advice to underclassmen is to enjoy your time in high school with your friends and make a lot of memories. You can't get this time back. Erin Carroll. Our next young lady is Ellen Cole. Ellen is escorted by her father, Terry Cole. Ellen currently serves as president of the Student Government Association. She is involved in Believe in You, the Sterling Dance Company, Silvertones, National Honor Society, and the Black History Month program. Ellen plans to attend an HBCU after high school and study to become a physical therapist. Her lasting words of advice are to get involved and be your most authentic self. Ellen Cole. Aline Cole, my apologies. Nobody gives me pronunciations. Next we have Faith Dixon, being escorted by Lisa Dixon. Faith has been a member of the girls' soccer and lacrosse teams. She is also active with the National Honor Society and Believe in You. Faith plans to attend a 4-year college for a degree in nursing. Her advice to underclassmen is to get involved in everything and make high school fun because it goes by too fast. Faith Dixon. Lisa Dixon? Mm-hmm. What did they say that girl's name was? Aline? Up next is Catherine Miller. She is escorted by Lucy and Howard Miller. Catherine is a member of the girls' soccer and track teams. She would like to continue playing soccer in college while majoring in either cybersecurity or biochemistry. Her parting message for underclassmen is to always be yourself. Don't let what people think about you change what you do. Catherine Miller. Our next young lady is Kaylee Sheehan, who is escorted by her father, Matt Sheehan. She has been involved with girls soccer, the swim team, student government, Believe in You, and SAD. Kaylee would like to go to college after graduation and major in education. To all underclassmen, Kaylee says high school goes unbelievably fast, so make the most of your time at Sterling. Get involved, have fun, and make memories. Kaylee Sheehan. Last but not least, we have Tori Wilsey. Tori is escorted by her father, Rob Wilsey. Tori has served as a class officer and is a member of the National Honor Society. She has competed on the Sterling Lady Knights soccer, basketball, and lacrosse teams. After graduation, Tori would like to attend a 4-year college and study nursing while continuing to play lacrosse. She wishes to tell the underclassmen to participate in everything and enjoy high school while it lasts because it goes by so fast. Ladies, you may open the box. The young lady who has received the white rose in her box is the new homecoming queen for 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our 2020 homecoming court and our queen, Aline Cole, a big round of applause. Once again, our homecoming queen, Aline Cole. I'm just speaking in, just this one. Just this one.
Where were you? You were supposed to meet me at my locker.
I had to get my books.
Let's go.
Where are we going?
Don't worry about it.
Hi, I'm Devontae. I'm going to teach you how to use and wear a mask properly. This mask acts as a barrier to prevent spread of a virus. This virus is called COVID-19. Here's the do's and don'ts. Wash your hands before putting it on. Inspect the mask. Do not use if it's damaged or dirty. Simply place the strands around your ears. Make sure chin, nose, and mouth is covered. Avoid touching your mask while wearing. Remove the mask, hold it by the straps, and hold it away from your face. When done using mask, don't forget to wash your hands after. Follow me. Don't forget to use soap. Do not share mask with others. Stay 6 feet apart. Most importantly, stay safe.
Homecoming Court 2021, Tori Wilsey. You gotta stand up, kiddo. Homecoming Court, joining Miss Tori Wilsey is Catherine Miller. Hey, Kat. Woo! Kat Miller, come on up.
Thanks. Hey, you get to come with us.
You're going to be walking with us. Kat, picture. Joining Miss Wilsey and Miss Catherine Miller will be Faith Dixon. This is a popular class. This is it.
Mr. Corey's class.
This is it.
Good smile, thank you.
For the fall 2021 homecoming corps, joining Miss Dixon, Miss Wilsey, and Miss Miller is the Kaylee Sheen.
It's me.
Fall 21, joining Faith, Tori, Catherine, and Kaylee is Eileen Cole.
I did my ID. backwards. Yeah, it's upside down.
Yeah!
Use the pins on the bottom. This way.
Good job. Give me a strong arm. One more to join the crew of 2021, Aaron Carroll.
Want to join girls soccer? No.
We're giving you a wave.
fantastic performance by the Sterling Marching Band, as well as a big congratulations to the 2021 Homecoming Queen, Aline Cole, as crowned the Homecoming Queen just a few moments ago. We mentioned it is homecoming, and Sterling playing one of their biggest rivals in West Deptford, and we have to go back all the way back to 2005 to see some coverage of the last time Sterling beat West Deptford. Sterling TV 19 was there, and here's what it looked like. Back October 7th, 2005 was the last time Sterling defeated West Deptford 27-24. Art Ellis, the feature quarterback. What an incredible athlete Art Ellis was. Two touchdowns in that game.
And a big game. That was right in the midst of when West Deptford really had things going and we're starting to be the elite team in the conference in Group 2. But Art Ellis was outstanding. And the thing you saw from Art Ellis, obviously great individual efforts, great individual plays, but we talk about running the option. He ran it to perfection, and it was something that he really got good at after a couple years and was obviously the key figure in that big win.
Real tough. The kind of formation to run is that option. You need a gutsy quarterback and a gutsy running back who are willing to take hits, and that's what Art Ellis did.
Yeah, and he had the decision-making down, and it was a point where he didn't think it all down there. He just reacted. You could see everything was close. That's how you have to beat this West Deptford team.
Let's take a look at tonight's touchdown. First one right here, a 60-yard touchdown pass. Darren Ruffin, Jacoby Williams, and that's just a blown coverage by Sterling there, 60 yards to the house for West Deptford.
Yeah, Williams got underneath, and right from the get-go, Sterling was chasing. And once Williams got the ball and got upfield, he's a playmaker. You just gave him too much space.
Two-point conversion, no good, as we look at the other touchdown for Sterling to give Sterling the lead. PAT good. 1-yard touchdown run by Trey Potts right here off the edge. Real quick to the line, and off he goes.
Now, just a great drive where you saw them use Potts, and it ended with this play. They used their weapons. They utilized different parts of the field. We saw them get the passing game going. I really think they still have to get things going, a little bit more of the passing game. But, Rob, I think the key to this game is the punter right now for West Deptford, Brady Clark, in burying Sterling deep, forcing them to punt deep in their own end. And the last couple times West Deptford had the ball, it was at midfield.
It's had that field position game kind of feel from the onset, really.
Yeah.
And Brady Clark has gotten the better of the punting duties out of. I mean, Dylan Herbert doing a good job for Sterling, but Brady Clark phenomenal.
And I'll never forget, I think it was last year before, we had Clyde Folsom, obviously the Hall of Fame coach for West Deptford on, and he was talking about different things and his philosophy. He felt like the kicker, both the kicker and the punter, were two of the most important positions on his team. And obviously, you can see the effect that's having tonight.
7-6 Sterling leads. And that touchdown by Trey Potts breaks a 4-game scoreless streak against West Deptford over the last 3+ years. Sterling will kick off to West Deptford to start the second half. And it's a low line drive kick, takes a bounce at the 25, picked up on the bounce inside the 15. And that's Justin Apong, and he gets about 5 yards on the return. Good coverage on the special teams for the Silver Knights.
Well, that's one thing we've seen consistently from Sterling, is coverage on both the punts and the kickoffs. A couple slip-ups maybe last week, but for the most part, they've really been solid in that area. And you saw that on that play, really coming down, staying in their lanes, and doing what you need to do fundamentally to make the stop.
Not letting that player able to get too far up the field and letting the offense go.
Handoff off the right side for a short gain. That's Jamar Jones on the carry. He was injured in that second quarter. Good to see him back in the contest.
You see Sterling right there having two defenders at the point of attack. And I think one of the keys is third quarter and in the second half is going to be. Second half is going to be when Ruffin rolls out and gets some space. Is Sterling going to be able to stop him?
Another handoff up the middle, another short gain. They're going to bring up a third down and about 6.
And honestly, another thing that we've also really been liking is Sterling's defensive line able to get through a lot of offensive lines and honestly either stop the run before they even get to the scrimmage or sack the quarterback.
Yeah, I tell you what, guys, I would not be surprised if at some point, and we were talking about them going with the screen, especially with the aggressiveness up front and the penetration Sterling's been getting from that defensive line.
Ruffin. Back to pass, fires it, and it's deflected, almost picked off. Trey Potts got a hand on it. And it's going to bring him fourth down, 3 and out for the Eagles on their opening possession of the second half.
Well, we talk about a lot of the good things that Ruffin has done in this game. This is one he should have held up on. That was throwing into double coverage, and that's one mistake that you really should have held up on that throw.
I don't think it was Potts. I think it was Micaiah Morgan, actually, number 12. Who could have actually held on to that. Just you can't really tell, but it looked like it was number 12 on the play.
Nonetheless, brings up a fourth down. Sterling almost touched that, and it will be down right at just about the 45 by Joe Bilodeau, and that's where Sterling will take over for their first possession of the second half.
And honestly, this was not a very good punt right there from West Deptford, and really is Sterling's got to take advantage from this of a very bad punt, and also not to mention the bad bounce that it had on.
First down and 10 for Sterling. They hand it off to Nemo Butler Mayhew. Nice chunk of yardage, just shy of the midfield stripe. Gain of 6.
This is a keep your legs moving and getting extra yards, a couple extra yards after the initial hit. That's a great job there by Mayhew.
Ball at the 49. Sterling going from left to right here in this third quarter. They put a man in motion. High snap corralled by Potts. He's going to keep it himself and get buried as he crosses midfield into Eagle territory. He's going to be about 1.5 yards shy of the first down.
Well, these are some of the things you need to do, or the thing you need to do to get those ball control drives going. Get yourself in those third and short situations.
Honestly, something that's been really effective for Sterling is that sometimes with Trey Potts is those quick passes, nice, easy slant, because the West Deptford Eagles are giving them room for those wide receivers. So
Potts from the shotgun. West Deptford showing blitz here on third and short. They have to get to the 47 for a first down. Sterling trying to get the hard count. They hand it over to Nemo Butler-Mayhew, who is trying to get close to the first down. He's going to be about 1 yard shy. Good effort by Nemo Butler-Mayhew. Kept the legs going, but it's going to be an interesting decision for Coach Harris on 4th and 1.
And a real good job readjusting there, knowing there wasn't anything there, and was able to get it to a position where you could go, I was going to say, you have them line up under center and just go forward.
They're going to go for it. Butler-Mayhew picks up the first down and more across the 45 down to the 43. And another Sterling first down.
Well, that's just a real nice push from the left side of the offensive line. And getting Sterling first down and moving the chains. We're going to give a shout out to Russell Hoops here cheering on his Sterling Knights.
First and 10 from the 44 for Sterling. Just about 8 minutes left to go here in the third. Potts, screen pass. All the way over to Deuce Everett on the far side. Eludes one, spun around and pushed out into the West Deptford bench after a gain of 3.
Boy, that's impressive what Deuce Everett was able to do there. And we saw Rowe do the same thing. And that's something, again, that you always see West Deptford have a lot of bodies out there and make those stops, but these Sterling runners are so explosive and are able to make people miss out in the open.
Pickup of 2 on the play brings up second down and 8. Under 8 minutes left to go in the third. Sterling leading 7-6. Handoff. They go to Nemo Butler-Mayhew. Now check that, it's Makai Morgan. And Morgan picks up 3, third and 5.
A lot of variety you see. Mayhew, Morgan, Deuce Everett, hitting the middle, going to the outside, really exploiting all the field. And really in the second half, they haven't used their passing game, but definitely look for that to take place at some point.
Third down and 5. Potts, Morgan, up the middle, and then some. Pushed the pile forward, got 6 and a Sterling first down.
And the other thing, we mentioned it a little bit with Mayhew and that nice run after the initial hit. We've probably seen, I'm going to say, 12 to 15 yards after contact in this drive.
And again, you just keep mentioning, keep moving your legs forward. You're going to get more yards after, and it's honestly really showing here.
Makai Morgan again, explosive, up the middle, near the goal line, touchdown! Makai Morgan from 33 yards out, knifes through the West Deptford defense for 6.
And you know what I like to see here? He waits for an opening. The offensive line gives him an opening, and Morgan takes it to the house.
That's just a great job. You said it, John, just reading what's in front of you. Boy, and the offensive line did a nice job initially, but what an explosive first couple steps once he got into that defensive backfield.
Dylan Herbert on to attempt the extra point is up, and it is good. 6:56 remaining here in the third. Sterling leads 14-6 over the Eagles.
And guys, when you have a drive like that, you're obviously controlling the line of scrimmage. You're getting yards after contact where you're hitting people, dragging people. To me, once you establish something like that, you're going a long way in putting yourself in position to wear down a defense and ultimately win the latter part of the game.
Still a one-score game, though, guys.
Sure. Oh, this West Deptford team, you know, you said you could wear them down, but at the same time, mentally, they're going to keep coming at you. They're not going to get down themselves. They're on that sideline, picking each other up. There's every guy that's out on that field, every player in that field right now is looking one way or another to make a play. Maybe, you know, you're in return. Obviously, the return men want to get upfield. You're looking to make a block if you're one of the up guys. It's just all part of that winning tradition that they've had for, geez, about 20-some years right now.
There's that formation. Again, they'll break from that. Is it considered a muddle huddle?
Guess you could call it that.
High end over end kick taken by West Deptford and fumbled, and they fall on top of it at about the 22-yard line. Starting to get to that time of the year where this part of the evening starts to get a little slick out there with the dew and the grass getting wet.
Could have been a factor, but it looked like they were trying to get that wedge going up the middle. I think teams are frustrated in their return game with what they're not able to do against this Sterling team in the coverage. We've mentioned that among the many things that they've done well this year is their kickoff and punt coverage. And obviously the fumble was a big factor in that play, but boy, they've been really good in all facets of that game, that part of the game.
Ruffin hands off right up the middle. Jacoby Williams still moving forward, and he is pushed into his own bench, and that's going to start some tempers flaring. Flags fly, and welcome to the West Deptford Sterling rivalry, ladies and gentlemen. Another flag comes in.
This actually might be all on West Deptford. I don't. You might see maybe one on Sterling, but you saw a lot of Sterling players get out of that real quick.
Well, hopefully, John.
Yeah, you hope that. If not, it's going to be probably a light tackle. But I think that's what really started it all, was a late tackle. West Deptford didn't like it.
What can't be minimized is the run of Williams right there. Let's see. We'll wait to see what the calls are right now.
And this is where all the officials are going to get together. See head coach Jason Morrell there in the left hand part of your screen. Watch his reaction as he's watching intently, trying to get a little inkling of what the officials are going to call here. This could be offsetting as well.
I think
looks like they're saying there's one on each.
Yeah.
Yep.
Two personal fouls, the set.
And we'll take one more look at it.
West Deptford. And
they got another one on West Deptford. Wow. So the one that came in late. You see Oz Lee in there. He's being pushed away.
Like I said, it was a quick scuffle, and you can even see Sterling players.
That's Jeremiah Davis telling everybody to get away. And then that last flag that came in late must have been the one that cost West Deptford 15.
Honestly, smart from Sterling right there. That could have been a lot worse than that.
John was all over that one. That's a great job, John. I thought there'd be more offsetting than anything, but obviously West Deptford got the worst of it. There's
Jason Morrell trying to do.
Jason Morrell from West Deptford.
And the penalties, I think, if any,
for Clyde Folsom.
I think the penalties, Kevin, if anything, really hurting West Deptford. So they hurt them and it killed them in the first half.
Absolutely.
Sent them backwards. And here's the situation. where you're down 8 points. Ruffin looking to pass, looking deep. He has a man, and it is incomplete. In and out of the hands of Tyrone Oden. He looked over one shoulder, let it ground the other shoulder, and that's one that Oden would like to have back.
He cannot believe he dropped that. That is, you can see it right there. He had it right in his hands, too.
Couldn't quite see where he was throwing the ball, but boy, that had to be almost a 55 to 60-yard throw. This kid's got an arm.
And he Deontay Ruffin got absolutely tattooed as he let go of that ball. Ball comes out. Lawrence Howard falls on top of it.
Third down.
It's going to be third down.
At the 12, ball 8. Third down and 18.
Third and about 18. Again, this is where I would not be surprised if I saw a screen. Sterling defensively up front is going to be very aggressive.
Yeah, you might say screen, but honestly, you might actually see another deep throw right here. I mean, honestly, they haven't found that connection yet, but sooner or later, West Deptford's going to find that connection, and it's going to hurt Sterling.
Ruffin from the shotgun, being pressured and going down in the backfield. Sacked on the play by Jameer Richardson, and another West Deptford possession. Yeah, again, they go backwards, and they have to punt.
Jameer Richardson's just been a handful all year, and boy, that's a big play. But guys, as we look at him on the sideline, he's made big plays all year, just doing an outstanding job from that defensive end position. And I like how they put pressure on him, but made sure they closed him in, didn't allow him to get to the outside, because that's where he can hurt you with his legs or his ability to throw the ball while extending the play.
Punting it away is Brady Clark. Taking it at the 45 is Jameer Rowe. Jameer Rowe across the 40, 35, pushed out of bounds inside the 30. And a nice return by Jameer Rowe will give Sterling excellent field position deep in Eagle territory.
And honestly, it's a great job from the defense, able to put them back into their almost to their own end zone, able to get some good field position right here for Sterling.
Yeah, the defense has come up with big stops all year. Again, Sterling right now in control of this game, and a lot of it has to do with them now having the field position advantage that they didn't have in that first half. And I agree with what John said. It has a lot to do with what the defense has been able to do.
Rowe stepped out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. Just about 5 minutes remaining here in the third. Sterling leading 14-6. Sterling going to put 3 receivers on the far side. They're going to throw that way, and it's in and out of the hands of Jameer Rowe, and that was real close to being a live ball.
Yeah. I don't know if he didn't get a good grip on it. Rob, you were talking about the grass being a little slick, but that's one with a good spiral, getting it out there quick and allowing Rowe to get the ball and turn the shoulders upfield quickly would have been a difference between the play being executed. Oh, wow. Or not executed. He just grabbed it wrong. Something that was different. Yeah, that was definitely different.
Up the middle is Nemo Butler Mayhew. Nice handoff and carry there for Nemo Butler Mayhew. He picks up 8. Clean handoff. That's probably the most important thing right there, especially after that last pass.
Yeah, these backs are getting extra yards after contact, but I can't say enough about the job the guys are doing up front.
Potts to Nemo Butler Mayhew again.
Flag
Penalty marker thrown in.
This might be actually coming back for Sterling. This might be a holding.
Yeah.
And it is one of the few times tonight that Sterling commits a penalty. You see him bumping into his own offensive lineman. That's David Mortimer, the freshman. $4.5 remaining as they march off the penalty. It'll be a 3rd down and 12 from the West Deptford 33. They have to get to about the 20 for a first down. Potts looking, he passes into the end zone. What a catch! Touchdown! 34 yards out. Christian Valeriano, are you kidding me?
We said they were going to go to Valeriano at some point and just went to the end zone to go around. He threw it up there. The defensive back lost track of the ball, didn't follow the ball, and obviously Valeriano turned around, saw the ball, was able to adjust, and boy, talk about making a catch with somebody right on you. That's just an outstanding job, first by Trey Potts and then Christian Valeriano finishing it off with the catch in the end zone for 6.
What a catch. Great awareness right there. That is the key. Great awareness of where that ball was.
The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 4:11 remaining in the third. Sterling out to a 2-score lead. It's 21-6.
Put this on a highlight reel.
21-6.
Even turned around back shoulder catch. What a catch by Christian Valeriano.
John nailed it, man. Awareness of what is going on and knowing to turn his whole body and make that catch.
How about the time Trey Potts has in the pocket? And that's a credit to the offensive line, where we didn't see this in years prior. There was no time last year, even the year before that. Trey Potts, plenty of time back there. Look at the time he has.
In other years, you feel like you had to roll him out because he was always under pressure. But boy, this line, but first in the running game and now in the passing game, giving him time to make this throw.
You see
what an outstanding catch.
You see that in that frame right there. Jameer Rowe put his hands up in the air and called touchdown while the ball was in the air.
Let's
see if we can get that one more time. That's a great look. Watch 11. Jameer Rowe. I don't think it was in this shot.
I mean, that's just calling faith in your wide receiver right there.
This is a key point in the game because at this point,
watch Jameer Rowe.
Okay, she's going to see this again. Okay.
That's just faith in your wide receiver right there.
But guys, right now, obviously everything's going great for Sterling. You've got a 2-score lead. You cannot count this West Deptford team out by any means. This is a different type of team.
Short kickoff. Takes a bounce at about the 20, picked up on the bounce by West Deptford. And that's a Pong on the return, out to about the 35.
And
interesting offensive set coming up here for the Eagles.
Sure is. And I think if you're Sterling, obviously you're hyped up right now, but at the same time, you want to play within yourself and be disciplined. You don't want to overplay something and make a mistake. You want to stay under control. As a team defensively up front, you want to rush the passer, but still close them in, which they did so well in that last defensive series.
And you got to remember this, he can throw the deep ball to a wide receiver. And he could really make Sterling pay.
Ruffin under center on first down, looks to pass, rolling right. He's going to keep it himself. Across the 45, near the 45-yard line is Ruffin. Good pickup on first down by the quarterback. That was designed draw the entire way.
No doubt about it. We've seen Ruffin go back to pass and the pressure forced him to the outside at times, but that one, he initially was going to the outside, and I think they feel like they've got to allow Ruffin to use his feet and give him the opportunity to go to the outside, either run or throw.
Pickup of 9 on the play brings up second down and 1. One receiver to the near side. They're going to hand it off to Jacoby Williams. Williams picks up the first down near midfield, actually into Sterling territory. What a strong piece of running by Jacoby Williams, the senior.
Well, that's what a senior leader does. He knows his team's down, and we saw him a couple times, on the previous drive, especially that first play, getting about 6 or 7 yards after contact with dragging a couple defenders with him.
Once again, this is a very special night, senior night.
First down and 10 ball at the 44. Sterling under 3 minutes remaining here in the third. Sterling leading 21-6.
But it's also special because it's somebody's birthday.
Jamar Jones
Happy birthday.
on the carry for West Deptford.
Yeah, West Deptford's coming right back at them. Like I said, they're not going to get down. They're right now out there wanting to keep going, and they're going to put those last 2 scores by Sterling in the rearview mirror. They're ready to make something happen.
Completely different offensive feel to this drive of any other drive that they've had here tonight. Ruffin, back to pass, gonna stay on the ground himself and scamper out of bounds after a short gain out to about the 32.
And I think
taking a look at it here is Ruffin. Yeah, that ball actually came out.
Yeah.
And again, a dangerous foul. He's already fumbled now twice. Luckily, the second time it wasn't picked up from Sterling, but you got to be more ball secure than this against Sterling's defense.
And again, another penalty against West Deptford. Just when they seem to get any momentum, Kevin, it just seems like the penalties really just set them back so much.
It did. I mean, we saw that happen in the first half, and probably ultimately in this game, it's cost them a score when you really figure everything in.
And that's got to drive coaches nuts. See head coach Jason Morrell. So it'll be second down and 12. They have to get inside the 25 for a first down. Ruffin, back to pass, being pressured, has a man complete in Tyrone Oden, and he's brought down after a gain of about 10.
What a throw by Ruffin. And they're very cognizant of what's happening with the pressure from Sterling. Comes back, a short, quick roll, sets, gets rid of it.
And honestly, a great throw right under pressure. As soon as he throws it, there's already like a couple Sterling players already on him, but before he even throws this. And you just see right here, just great throw right there.
Third down and 2. Ruffin from this near side hash, under center, hands it off, and here comes some running room for Jamar Jones. And he's brought down at about the 15 after being tackled by Trey Potts.
Yeah, guys, I look at this drive. Rob, you asked what's the difference. I think everything they're doing right now is just designed either to hit the holes quicker or just get upfield quicker. They're not going laterally as much, and they really are getting on top of the defense a lot quicker, and I think that's a big reason why you're seeing them have success in this drive.
90 seconds remaining in the third. Sterling leading 21-6. Ruffin sets up with a receiver in the slot to his right. Now they put a man in motion. They give it to the man in motion and Jacoby Williams. Williams trying to turn the corner. And he gains a couple. And it was slowed down momentarily by Sterling, but limits Williams to a gain of 2 or 3.
Yeah, and that's, to me, that is going to kind of play into Sterling's hands a little bit. We talked about how they're this entire drive just trying to get upfield in a hurry. Sterling's got speed. Winning around the defenders to the outside.
And timeout. I believe they have injured player.
That's actually number 5, Trey Potts. That's not good to see. He's moving his neck around. Well, he's actually holding the top of his head. Or somewhere like around his. That's.
Let's take another look at it. We'll watch number 5 in blue. It's Trey Potts.
I think it's going to be head-on collision. You're going to see right here after this play, right there.
Oh. Yeah, it kind of hit. I don't know that he led with his helmet, but it was more incidental contact. with the 2 helmets. In any event, he's going to come off the field.
Dr. Marchese there to the right. Sterling grad and baseball player with Sean Clank, athletic trainer extraordinaire on the left-hand part of your screen. Back to live action, 2nd down and 8. And a little misdirection play, gains a couple more out to about the 10. 3rd down on the way, 3rd and 6.
Well, this is a key loss because Trey Potts has a lot to do with stopping that run, going to the outside, and without him in the lineup, would not be surprised if West Deptford right now tries to exploit this wide side of the field.
Well, not to mention, you got to think also offensively now, too, is that who's going to be the quarterback to step up?
Absolutely.
Looking to pass is Ruffin. Ruffin going end zone, incomplete, in and out of the hands of Jacoby Williams. Not sure if it was deflected, but it brings up 4th down and 6. And I would assume West Deptford are going to go for it here. A field goal really doesn't do much for them. 30 seconds remaining in the 3rd.
Yeah, that was a nice play defense. Looks like he got a little bit, maybe got a hand on that.
Fourth down. Can the Sterling defense hold? Ruffin from the shotgun, 2 receivers to the near side. He comes to that near side. Ruffin going to keep it himself. And he does get the 1st down inside the 5, down to about the 2. What a gutsy call by Jason Morrell and his staff on 4th and 6, trailing by 2 scores.
Well, had a lot of confidence in Ruffin rolling to that left side, and Ruffin isn't one of those guys who's going to run away from contact. Has a lot of size, lowered the shoulder, broke a tackle, and got probably it's the biggest 1st down for West Deptford so far.
Ruffin going to keep it himself and get into the end zone. Touchdown. 3-yard quarterback sneak by Deontay Ruffin, and it's a 21-12 game.
And you said it right here, West Deptford still has plenty of chances to come back right here.
Yeah, just a gutsy drive by West Deptford, and firing back at Sterling.
And you got to go back to that 2-point conversion that was failed on their opening touchdown. They're going to go for the extra point here. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. And the kick is absolutely destroyed. And it's good. 4 seconds remaining. It's 21-13 Sterling.
21-13, another 5 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
And again, right here, you got 4 seconds, probably going to be the rest of the, just for the kickoff. And then you basically got a whole, of course, there's my sister, as you can clearly see now.
Well, on that rollout, they got Ruffin to the outside, and he was able to get that big 4th down conversion. Obviously ran it in from there, but like I said, I think the big thing in that drive was West Deptford's ability to get to the holes quick, to get upfield quick, and not allow Sterling to negate their advantage in other years in getting around the edge.
Completely different feel to that drive for West Deptford. They went down the field methodically, and a gutsy call on 4th down paid off. 4th and 6, and they convert the next play to a touchdown to bring it within 1 score.
Honestly, they felt confident in that play, in their making abilities right there.
Low line drive kick. Skitters down towards the 10-yard line. And it's going to come out to about the 32, maybe 33-yard line after they push the pile forward, and the officials quickly into whistle the end of the third quarter. It's going to come down to the fourth quarter. Sterling leading by 8. We're back with fourth quarter action right after this. Back here at Sterling High School, Rob Strauss, Kevin Schulz, John Hallwood. Sterling looking to do something they haven't done in 17 straight contests against this West Deptford team, and that's walk out with a W. And Sterling leading this one by 8. And Kevin, you mentioned this earlier when Sterling went up 2 scores. This game has a long way to go against this West Deptford team.
Absolutely. This is a West Deptford team that right now, especially on the opposite side of the ball, is just playing with a lot of confidence. I think right now, the key is for Sterling to establish that ground game that we saw in their last series and just keep the West Deptford offense off the field.
Trey Potts back into the game for Sterling. Hands it off, and he's going to go right up the middle to Makai Morgan. And Morgan picks up a handful of yards. Nice pickup of 6.
And we're going to, we might actually, yep, we're going to have a injured West Deptford player. You're going to see it right here during this tackle of number 9. No, it's number 27. You're going to see he's going to pick up his leg right there, and I think it might just be a cramp.
That's Jacoby Williams, and that does not look good for Jacoby Williams. Watch at the end of this play, he just gets rolled up on. Watch 27 right in the middle part of your screen as the tackle comes in. Wrong place, wrong time.
Wow.
And that does not look good.
That is a key loss for West Deptford.
And we look at the Sterling schedule as they tend to the injured Jacoby Williams. All on the road from here on out, barring a home playoff game here. And next week at Lindenwold, the following week at Haddonfield, and then at Willingboro. A lot of bus rides coming up for Sterling. Lindenwold, right down the road. Should be a good one. We'll have it for you here on Channel 19.
I think what tonight's telling you is that Sterling, obviously, they're a much better team at a different level than Lindenwold. You don't want to look past them again. You definitely don't want to do that. But tonight tells us that they can play at the Haddonfield level. They can play at the Willingboro level because, West Deptford played Haddonfield tight, came away with a tight loss. So, you're just seeing this team gain confidence with each game, with each play, and this is a big 10 minutes here, not only for this game, but for this program moving forward.
And welcome into the broadcast booth in the press box here. Rob Strauss, Kevin Schulz, John Hallwood. Glad you joined us here on homecoming night. And what a great night it's been here. Big rivalry night, as it looks like they are Jacoby Williams going off the field very, very gingerly on that right side. So we wish nothing but the best for him, obviously. And he is not putting any weight. In fact, they're going to carry him off the field, and that is a huge loss for West Deptford, and we hope that he's okay.
If you remember, that last drive was started by Williams going to the outside, taking about 3 or 4 guys with him for an extra 6 yards. And I think that really was just that one play. You're talking about a senior leader doing something to get the team going and back on track, and he definitely did that.
And not to mention, able to get West Deptford's first touchdown. Just a great play by him, and He has the speed, able to break through defenses, and should never be left wide open. Just unfortunate to see him being carried out injured tonight.
And we'll keep an eye on him on the trainer's bench. They throw a little side screen, and that is going to go what seems to be nowhere, and got away from 1 or 2 to Jameer Rowe. He's not going to get away from the other 5 pursuants of the Eagles.
This is when you have about 6 or 7 defenders read it properly from the get-go and just knowing the exact position they need to get to, getting there and making a play.
Loss of 7 on the play brings up 3rd and 11. A little sense of nervousness in the crowd here, Kevin?
A little bit. Hey, like I said, this is a West Deptford team that can do it on both sides of the ball.
Potts going to keep it himself and not get the first down. He only gets about 3. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. See where they spot it. It's going to bring a 4th down in a punt situation. And what will be the biggest offensive set of this game for West Deptford coming up, especially after losing Jacoby Williams, the senior running back.
And that's impressive with him out of there. He had a couple plays there. He's not only is he a great running back, he gives you a lot of offense, he's one of their key guys on the defensive side of the ball. And to come up with a couple real good plays without him in there says a lot about West Deptford.
West Deptford coming after the punt, almost get to it. It's going to take a West Deptford roll and then stop at about the 43-yard line, picked up on the fly by Nico Kellion. Watch how close they get to this.
Wow.
I think that was a situation they didn't want to rough the punter and dive in.
He pulled his arms back. I agree with you. If he extended the arms, you could have got a piece of it. But then if you miss it, you lean forward, like you said, and you could hit the punter.
Finished second in the Olympic Conference football with a 7-2 record.
So it'll be West Deptford possession, 1st and 10 from their own 42.
And that defense shined with 4 shutouts against Williamstown, Trenton Blue, Deptford, and Overbrook.
1st and 10 for the Eagles, right in front of us here in the press box. Ruffin pitched to the far side, now turns it inside to Swetansky. And Swetansky with a nice 6-yard carry on 1st down near midfield.
Again, a big trademark of what we saw in the last drive. You see the pitch going the outside, but getting upfield in a hurry. He's turning, getting his shoulders upfield, and just keeping that Sterling defense back on their heels.
Second down and 4. Under 9.5 remaining here in the 4th. Ruffin under center, puts a man in motion in a pong. Ruffin being pressured. He's going to go down to the backfield. Great job by Dylan Herbert, among others. And it's going to be 3rd and long.
Just great pressure right here from the defense. You got 2 to 3 guys. Sterling's already got 2 to 3 guys already on him, and he's running away from for his life.
Yeah, they thought they were going to throw Sterling off. You know, you're thinking of getting an extra step to that wide side. Job by Trey Potts and Dylan Herbert.
Ruffin in trouble again, looking to unload it, and he throws it incomplete. Trey Potts there on the coverage. He was trying to connect with Justin Apong. 4th down.
And again, Sterling able to getting towards the quarterback, giving him pressure right there, and making it a little bit harder to throw that ball.
And that's one that I think Justin Apong should have had there, Kevin.
Great pressure again by Jameer Richardson and David Mao. That really forced Ruffin to get out there and got a lot on it. Got to give him credit. Yeah, that receiver probably should have had that one.
4th and long, under 8.5 to go. The Sterling Superfans getting into it. High snap, and just able to get it away is West Deptford. Is going to roll and drop at about the 31-yard line. Sterling takes over first and 10, 8:19 left to go in the fourth.
Sterling right here almost getting their own punt. West Deptford almost getting their own punt blocked. And you can follow us here on at Sterling TV 19 on Twitter, of course, where you get highlights, what's going around the castle. And of course, we had a lot of information on what was Spirit Week. Of course, this is the last day of Spirit Week. Of course, next week is Respect Week.
Well, how awesome was it to have Spirit Week back here in the castle?
It was great. It felt like normal when I was a freshman, and of course seniors got to win Spirit Week this year.
What a surprise! Seniors win Spirit Week.
We're gonna get an illegal block here. Wow, or hold or illegal block. Something on Sterling. Yeah, looks like
that's Valeriano. Yeah, he's got a.
Yeah, he had a hold on, no doubt about that. When you're that big and your hands are, and you're out in the open, they're not going to miss that one. Tried to argue his case, though. Got to give him credit. But, yeah, that was a good play call, too, because with the job that West Deptford has done, tackle to tackle defensively in that last series, hey, get the ball to your playmaker, bro. Get him in space.
It's going to be first and 15, ball at the 25. Throw out into the flat. West Deptford quick to play defense, but Sterling's going to pick up a nice chunk of that penalty yardage back, pick up a 9.
Hey, they're committed to getting the ball to Rowe in space, and that was the same play we saw where he had that grenade throw, didn't get it out there, but you see the difference there. Gets it out there quick, and Rowe gets his shoulders upfield.
Run up the middle. Nemo Butler Mayhew into Eagle territory. And this could be a great drive for Sterling. 7.5 minutes left to go here. You get a score here, and they're going to be in the driver's seat.
And with the different looks you had on that play, you had
screen to Rowe. Rowe taken down at about the 44, but that quick outlet to Jameer Rowe.
And they're coming to line of scrimmage, getting there quick. You saw in the previous play where they're getting West Deptford out of position pre-snap.
And Potts took a shot at the end of that. I don't know if we can get another look at that. Watch Trey Potts at the end of this play, just got blown up. Right off the right-hand part of your screen. Second down. Potts going to keep it himself. He's got a little bit of room off the near side. And a big hit out of bounds. Trey Potts bumps right back up after a big hit by Dan Marafa.
Well, we've seen him deliver a lot of hits on defense, but here he delivers one on offense, and more importantly, right on that Sterling sideline. And boy, he got everybody fired up on that one, getting a big first down.
He really fired up those fans, though.
First and 10 from the West Deptford 38. Valeriano lines up as the near wide receiver. 2 split to the far side. They hand it off to Nemo Butler Mayhew. And he picks up about 5. Second down to 5.
Strong's doing a nice job working the passes to the outside, mixing things up. And I think that's going a long way and loosening things up in the middle.
Again, Potts from the shotgun. Again, another pass out of the flat, this time to Deuce Everett. And he goes down. Loss of 3 on the play, maybe 4. It's going to be third down and 9. And a timeout.
Timeout taken by the Eagles.
As a West Deptford timeout. 6:06 remaining here in the fourth. And guys, this is setting up for a fantastic finish against a team that Sterling hasn't beat since 05.
Just a great game in that you've had times where both offenses moved the ball, then you've had times where the defense came up, made quick stops.
You look at some of the highlights here from the last time Sterling defeated West Deptford. This was at West Deptford, and Art Ellis had himself a game.
No doubt about it. We talked about his ability to run the option. Here's just a great individual effort, breaking a couple tackles, bouncing it to the outside. And Art Ellis just was probably one of the better players we've had here, probably one of the best players we've had here in the last 20 years, 25 years.
Coach Gallagher there with a big victory. And the celebration on West Deptford's turf. 3rd down and 9. Potts from the shotgun. Gonna hand it off to Makai Morgan, and Morgan makes it a more manageable 4th down. You knew you had 2 downs to work with here. And unless you lost yardage on that play, you knew you were going for it on 4th down.
Well, the ability to make people miss in the open and also move the ball is going to allow them on the ground. It's going to allow them to take some time off the clock.
Morgan again on the carry, and he's not going to get the 1st down. West Deptford takes over on downs. Sterling tried to run to the line quickly, and West Deptford was equal to the task, as West Deptford will take over.
Turnover on downs.
Got him by the jersey, and that.
I think that's what Morgan was complaining about, was the jersey pull.
That's
yeah,
as long as it's
that's
not
my
from
bad.
the collarbone.
I lost track of the downs for a second there.
As long as it's not from the collar, you can take him down by the jersey. .541 remaining here in the 4th.
Yeah, at this point, this game is got to the point where it's on the defense. No question. They got to come up with a stop.
And another penalty marker. There's some confusion on the West Deptford end.
No, I think
it's might have they gotten Sterling on this. False no, they got West Deptford again.
Just really killing themselves tonight with penalties.
Yeah, you can see it right there. I think that was number 52.
That's Riley Thurston. The offensive lineman jumped early. So a big defensive stop and then a penalty.
Well, guys, and you talk about all the penalties, but that's another one. That's the second time that's happened. I think it has a lot to do with the pressure they're putting up front, and they're trying to get ahead of themselves. And Sterling, in a way, you say West Deptford commit the penalties, but Sterling's really kind of initiating it.
1st and 15. Ruffin from the shotgun. Rolls out to his left. Looking to throw. Hesitates. And he who hesitates is lost.
And I think that was number 42, Michael David, right there to bring him down.
Yeah, he's been outstanding. He put pressure on Ruffin on that one rollout to force a punt, and right there comes up with a big sack on Ruffin. Staying under control.
That'll bring up a 2nd down and 22. Ball at the same 22.
Just what a good play from Michael David, able to give Sterling that, put West Deptford back even further and give Sterling even more.
Ruffin looking for room, and he cannot find it. Penalty marker comes in late.
Wow. Hopefully that's not a late hit. Wow.
Ruffin goes over to talk to his head coach, Jason Morrell. Take one more look and see if we can find the penalty.
It's going to be face mask against Sterling.
Now, is it?
Ooh, yeah. That's going to get called every single time. That is not something right there what Sterling wants to give up.
They got Rich to set right there.
Definitely makes this more manageable.
After the penalty, 2nd down and 14. Going to the air and had the man Wide open was Tyrone Oden, and he just overthrew him.
Well, you could see they semi-rolled roughing out. They flooded that right side, but we're looking to go big up top right there, but he just overthrew it. And don't think that the pressure that they're putting on Ruffin right now is having an effect on a play like that. He knew he had to get rid of it in a hurry, and I think that had a long way in affecting the accuracy.
You're going to see right here, Trey Potts knew that he blew that cover. He looked up and just said thank you.
3rd down and 14. Ball at the 26. Ruffin back to pass, being pressured from the blind side. They set up the screen. And the screen goes to Jamar Jones, and Jamar Jones close to a 1st down.
That's a great play call there, and we felt like at some point you're going to see that when you have an aggressive defense, getting upfield, putting a lot of pressure. That's the one play that can neutralize things, and that puts them in a 4th and short here with a chance to extend this drive. Boy, what a big play there by West Deptford.
Under 4 minutes to play. 4th down and 1.
I would not be surprised if they try a QB sneak here.
They hand it off, and I don't think he got there.
I don't think he did either.
Sterling defense appears to have held. He had to get to the 40, and this is going to depend on the spot.
Wow.
I think they're going to they're going to give it to him.
Yeah. He had the ball there. That's a good call. Fair spot. Yep, fair spot.
There's Jamar Jones was in the backfield, and his forward momentum just carried him over that 40.
That line, you'll see him just get the ball in that extra effort.
And another penalty against West Deptford. Just when they get something good going, they get the turnover on downs, they go back 5 yards. They get the 4th down conversion, they go back 5 yards.
But I'm again going to say, I'm giving credit to the defensive line on that because they're looking to get a head start, and that definitely has had effect on those types of penalties, and we've seen them 3 or 4 times now at key times in this game.
And again, this is going to be a very big defensive stop right here for Sterling.
1st and 15, ball at their own 35. Ruffin rolling out to the left side, looking for somebody to throw to, and he tries to set up a little dump screen to Alex Switansky, who was open, but nothing doing there for the Eagles.
Well, you see him rolling out, had a lot of bodies, and I've really liked Ruffin's decision-making the entire game, but guys, that's one where he's got to keep it, get to the outside. He had a lot of room, and this is a kid who's definitely shown the ability to run.
2:46 remaining in the 4th. Sterling clinging to an 8-point lead. Second down and 15. Dual wide receivers to the near side. They put a man in motion in Howard.
And another.
This is unbelievable.
It is. It's. Tell you what, right now,
Second down and 20.
West Deptford really burying themselves in a grave.
Back to passes Ruffin. Ruffin going across the middle. He's throwing into triple coverage. Jump ball. Sterling comes down with it.
What a catch!
Interception by Knights.
you talk about team defense first. forcing Ruffin to throw the ball when he jumped up in the air. Didn't get much on it, and Sterling had everybody there.
Is that a freshman?
It's Osley.
Osley probably come up with the biggest play of the game so far and give Sterling a chance to seal this win.
West Deptford, 2 timeouts remaining, 2:36 left on the clock.
He will remember that catch. Guarantee you that. He will remember that catch if Sterling wins this.
The message to everybody on offense who's going to handle the ball.
2 hands.
Hold on to the ball. You don't need those extra yards. Just go down, but protect the ball.
Speaking of which, Trey Potts picks it up. And he is going to go down after a short gain after dropping the initial snap. And here comes a timeout from West Deptford, their second.
Just, again, the defense coming out big here for Sterling. And that's, we talk about their defensive line. We also got to talk about their secondary doing a great job. Able to get interceptions. Trey Potts and now Lee able to get that big interception late in the game. Just an incredible work from Sterling's defense.
I agree with you, John, and they've done it again with the defensive line. Linebackers have been flowing, getting to the outside, not allowing West Deptford to get around the edge. And what a great job by the defensive backs on that one, not allowing the big throw up top and getting a huge interception.
Second down and 6. 2:26 remaining. Potts from the shotgun. West Deptford showing blitz. They're going to bring it knowing the run's coming. And here comes another timeout. Short gain on the play as Mekhi Morgan loses his helmet, trots off the field. Be 3rd down and 5.
Last time Sterling punted, they almost got it, and they're going to be bringing the house this time if they don't convert on this 3rd down play. Make no mistake about that.
A 1st down right now for Sterling will basically end this game right now, as West Deptford really has no timeouts. But just a great job offensively and mainly defensively, is able to really rush the defensive line, able to rush the quarterback, able to get a nice couple of sacks, able to make some great defensive stops right here against a very good West Deptford team. And just an amazing job.
Well, here we are. Here's the game reset. 2:20 remaining. Sterling an opportunity here. 1 first down, as John mentioned earlier, pretty much seals the game. And the drought that Sterling has really been trying to get over the last 4 games. They haven't even scored a point against this team.
Yeah.
And now here we are. Sterling 2.5 minutes away from victory.
No, they're almost there, but obviously this is where you've got to turn the corner.
And Sterling going to take a timeout here, and they do. That's a defensive timeout. That's a smart timeout by head coach Dan Harris. Make sure everybody's on the same page here.
Would not be surprised if they got the ball out to Rowe. You've got Valeriano as a blocker going ahead of him, and Rowe showing the ability to make people miss.
Sterling upcoming schedule, all on the road for the remainder of the 2021 season, barring a playoff home game at Lindenwold next week, 2 weeks from now at the Bulldogs, and then at Willingboro, which a couple years ago went there and did not fare so well, but this is a very, very different Sterling team, a more mature Sterling team, a faster, stronger Sterling football team.
No doubt about it. We're much better up front and definitely have a lot more explosiveness.
How about the student section really showing up tonight, carrying over the energy from the pep rally and the Spirit Week, and have really brought the energy here tonight.
I talked about them getting the ball out the row. Do you go possibly with a fake and then go up top?
I think there's going to be a rollout keeper for Trey Potts. And they might have gotten Sterling to move.
And they did. That's a real big blow right here, and now you got to look in through your playbook. Do you decide to pass it, take that risk, and maybe try to give it just a one-on-one option? But I don't think they're going to leave Christian Riano open that much on a big third down like this.
3rd down and 10. Potts getting the call in from the sideline. West Deptford stacking the line right now. Goes with the hard count. They hand it off up the middle. And very close to a first down, depending on where they mark it. This could end the game.
Yeah. Wow, this is going to be close.
I think.
Okay, they got it. Yep.
They're going to call timeout for a measurement.
I thought for sure he had it.
He's really, really close. They're going to measure it, and they say first down. He had to get to the 45, and the ball is placed just past the 45.
And you said it, Schultz. Do you send it right down the middle? And what do they do?
Well, they're...
Let's see how close. Knee down. Wow.
Oh, wow. We got a break. Good spot. we got a very
the hometown
generous spot.
Sterling going to wait and take as much time as possible off this clock. They hand it off right up the middle out to midfield. And that goes to Butler.
2nd down and 5.
Minute 15 remaining here. 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, West Deptford has no timeouts left, so you could just keep running this down. I don't know that you even need to do this. Just get under center and knee it.
Potts just waiting.
Yep.
Takes it. 2 hands on the ball for Butler Mayhew, and he gets out to the 46-yard line. And I don't even know if they need to run another play.
Yeah, they can just run it down, and even if this is going to get run all the way down. You have 3rd. Yeah, this is it. They can end it.
The crowd's starting to sense it a little bit. And I think reality is starting to set in on the West Deptford sideline. Under 10 to play. And that is the end of the game. Sterling, after a 16-year winless drought, has erased the West Deptford Eagles here tonight. 21-13. Sweet 16 it is. Sterling wins.
Guys, what a complete win. I mean, offense came to play, came up with big conversions when they needed it, big plays. Defensively, they were outstanding. The line put pressure on Ruffin, forced them into some tough passing situations. Defensive backs came up with the biggest play of the game with the interception. And just a great all-round effort, well-deserved by this Sterling Knights football team.
The last time Sterling defeated this team way back in 2005, they beat them by a touchdown, or excuse me, a field goal, 27-24. And now here they come. They're going to celebrate a very, very well-earned victory here and erase a 16-year winless drought.
Yeah, give credit to these kids, the coaches, and a tough loss last week, not having all your personnel in, and then coming back and getting the biggest win here in 20-some years.
Sterling will be on the road next week at Lindenwold, and then at Haddonfield, at Willingboro, as we had mentioned earlier. And we'll have all that for you here on Channel 19. And congratulations to Aline Cole, the 2021 homecoming queen. And the head coach Dan Harris has to be absolutely elated to finally get that West Deptford in the rearview mirror. Finally, after 4 straight years of being shut out and having the running clock 4 straight years. Here you are in your home field on homecoming, and you come away with an 8-point victory.
And just last year, I think, was the lowest point.
Yep.
We had a running clock very early in that game, and it was total dominance. And to come back here and in a tight game, do what you need to do, boy, it's just, this is a great effort and a great moment for the Sterling football program.
Congratulations to Coach Harris and the entire squad for a fantastic game here tonight. They win this one 21-14 for Jake Clark, John Hallwood. 21-13, excuse me. I thought they made the extra point. 21-13 is your final. Either way, Sterling erases a 17-game winless streak against these West Deptford Eagles. For the entire crew, Schulze.
Not much difference between a 99 and 100, right?
No, not really.
Yeah.
No, it's just 1 point.
Inside joke, yeah.
It's just 1 point. And Tad Kozneski, the entire Channel 19 crew, I'm Rob Strauss. We'll see you at Lindenwold next Friday night. Have a good night.